All right, hey guys. So after a long time, I'm back in my channel with this video. After watching some of your comments and some of the private messages and other things, a lot of people now I think thinking and also worried about um, one particular point that I can mention in this video is right now it's pandemic. We all know many of you guys planning to go to Canada. Uh, I'm not surprised at all. But your question is, how can I find a job in Canada? That's like the most I guess generally asked question that I have received, personally, also virtually. That how can I get a job? Can I get a job? Will I get a job? And questions around jobs, in particularly in Canada. So let me address that in this video. Again, I don't want to be super technical. I just want to give you guys very, easy to digest, straightforward answer. There is no guarantee that you will get a job in Canada, right? There is no guarantee that you will get a job in Canada. At the same time, most likely you'll get a job, right? There is no guarantee to get a job, but most likely you'll get a job. So hear me out what I actually mean by saying this. You have to make sure that you are employable, right? You need to be employable. If you are employable, only then you can have that certainty that yes, there's a high chance of you getting into a job. Okay, and when I say employable, let me explain that a little bit for you. A couple of things I can mention right now is, what are you looking for? Are you so two things. One is, I just want to go to Canada, right? I just want to go to Canada because I have the PR, or I already have a PR, or I already have a work visa, or I already have the setup there, right? I just want to go there and start working. So for you, it's completely different ball game, right? For you, you have two options. One is, you have the work, right? You go in, right now it's pandemic, I get it, it's a very high demand and less supply of the jobs. Obviously, just start working on whatever you want to, you can find retail work, account, like if you are from, say for example, your finance background, just like myself, your finance background, you have the full work, right? You go there, you need to hit the ground running. You have a family and whatnot, so just get into whatever landscaping and bricklayering and demolition. It doesn't matter. If you get a finance job, that's good, but you just need to get in. So make sure you don't sit around and just wait for the perfect job, right? So for you, that's the one thing. Or there's another thing, as you don't have a rush to go right now. You start applying. You mention on your resume that yes, you have full right, of working in Canada. You're either PR or citizen, or you have a open work permit, and just wait for, if you don't have any rush, then obviously proactively you can apply, but at the same time you're not in super rush. And once you get a call, once you get a sort of interview, because these days, people are working from home, interviews are getting conducted virtually, so not necessarily you have to be there personally, for an interview. So you can try that. But the rest of the folks, so if you don't have a PR, if you don't have a citizenship, if you don't have an open work permit, you want to go, like you are in the process, and then you're almost there to get it approved, and then your plan is that you're gonna go right away to Canada, and now you're thinking, what are you gonna do when you go there? Okay, then now you're Canada, I get it, right? What's now? What is now? Like, how are you gonna survive? So for you guys, as I said, some of the questions that I received, those folks, those guys, educated. They have the bachelors, they have masters, they have MBAs, they have CA, CPA, whatever it is, right? Try to understand what is your priority. What do you want to do? Do you want to go there? And like I said in the first part of my video, that do you want to just go there and get anything? Because there are some jobs that you don't have to have a certain certification, a certain diploma and degrees and so on and so forth, or do you actually want to get into your area of expertise? If that is the case, then my advice is go on LinkedIn. Okay, go on LinkedIn, find people who you want to take their position. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. Say, for example, you want to become a finance manager in Canada, in Toronto. So go to LinkedIn, find out, do a search, finance manager in Toronto, and see their profile. Look at where they started, where are they right now, what sort of education they have. And beside that, the most important point that I want to make in this video is that what are the other things they're doing? Go find on LinkedIn or on Indeed and Workopolis and some of the other what do you call this, job portal? Yes, online job portal for Canada. Go to those places, type finance manager, just an example. Or you want to become an engineering manager, right? So go there, search for it, and then see that what are the things they're looking for, right? Why I'm saying this, just to give you one example. In these days, in majority of the companies, they want a finance manager who is not only good at finance but also good with data and analytics. So there might be some requirements that you need to know SQL, you need to know R, you need to know Python, you need to know Power BI and things like that, beside your CPA and CA designation or CIMA designation. But you only have those certification and you have your bachelor's and your master's in accounting and finance and whatnot, and you're thinking that I am employable, I am ready. In whatever I'm living right now, I am highly employable. But my point is that does not make you highly employable in Canada, where they already have people, living there, right? So you need to be very careful before you wish for something that it's good to have. You also need to make yourself ready for it, right? So look at those roles. Find out 10 roles, 20 roles. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't take a long time. Find 10 roles, right? Look at their requirements. What are the things they need? A few things would be pretty obvious. I'm just an example, just giving that finance manager example. You need to have a CA, CPA. You have it, tick, fine. You need to have a bachelor's. Of course, you will have a bachelor if you really have a CA or CPA. Without that, you cannot have it. You need to have experience, maybe 5 years plus, maybe 8 years plus. Good, you have it done. But then there's some other elements there as well, right? You need to be good with data. You need to be good with the storytelling. You need to be good with this, stakeholder management, and you need to be a business partner. You need to know some core, programming language. You need to be good with, things like BI tool, business intelligence tool, right? But you don't have those. So how can you actually expect that you would be employable, because someone else might actually already living in Canada and have all of those? Plus, they also have Canadian experience. So that's a big factor as well, right? So I don't want to discourage anyone. There are some superstars sitting, living outside of Canada. But just to make sure that you have your due diligence, you know what you're actually wishing for, you know what you're targeting for, right? As I said, especially now during the pandemic, you have less supply and high demand, right? So be very careful. Try to polish yourself up. There are so many online free courses and things like that. You don't even need courses. You can just learn things from YouTube. You can learn R and Python and things like the Power BI on YouTube, free, literally free, right? At least when you can write that. No one will be asking, hey, are you good at Excel? Yes, I'm good at Excel. What did you, do you have a certification on that? No. Okay, then that doesn't make sense. No one says that, right? Excel, Excel. How do you know Excel? Because, by your working, by your experience, and so on and so forth. So same thing, just learn. At least you can write there, look, I know I'm a finance person, I'm a CPA or CA, or I have masters, I have MBA. At the same time, I have these data and analytics, background, or at least knowledge, right? I have never worked, but I know how to do data manipulation. I know how to do data cleanup, right? I can work with big data, things like that. Again, I'm a finance background. I can't talk about the engineer guys, but same thing for you guys as well, right? You guys probably core, you have whatever degree you have experience and things like that. But also try to understand the business a little bit, the business finance a little bit, right? How, like, how can you sort of understand the profit and loss account and things like that. So again, free, online, just learn it, and at least you can write on your resume that, look, I'm an engineer guy, I know all of these, but at the same time I have the financial knowledge as well. So when I actually sit down with my finance partner, to do budget and whatnot for my project, I know how things work, right? Again, for the finance guys, maybe learn a bit of project management, things like that. So that's my advice, that broaden your horizon. It does not cost much, right? If you want to do a proper certification course and whatnot online, fine, no problem, but at least you can learn free. You don't have any excuse. Learn free. Write that down. Make sure that you come on the top on the list, because you need to understand you don't have that advantage, right? You don't have that advantage of Canadian experience. Say, for example, or whichever country you want to go. You want to come to Australia, that's fine. You don't have Australian experience, so that's already a minus point. So make sure you have something that can sort of balance that off, right? You need to don't get stuck into that I'm a finance guy in my country, or whichever place I'm living in right now. I'm highly employable, but then, hey, you want to go to a different country, so look into that country's requirements. What are the things they would like to see in you? How can you be more employable there, not only in your place, and try to work on those, right? So at least the first phase, look, the first thing you can do, of course, you're not going to be facing an interview. The first thing you can do is you can write a nice resume, and you can mention those things there. So at least maybe out of 10, maybe 8 will be saying no, because this guy is not here, so I'm not going to hire this person at all. But at least 2 might be somewhat interested, right? Because you at least, you're probably not there, but you have, you are employable. You have what they need. So that's my advice. Try to broaden your horizon, right? Look into things, do a bit of research, right? Look at people's profile. LinkedIn is a very powerful thing. I might actually upload a video on my, I have a different channel on LinkedIn, how to utilize LinkedIn in a better way. So utilize LinkedIn, find people which role you actually would like to do, and see what they have, see what's their qualification. Again, you don't have to compare yourself, but see what they have, see their journey. Look at some of the skills, and not everyone shares everything, but you can definitely find at least one person who would share the certification and who would share the skills and whatnot, and see yourself, and then work towards that. So that's my advice. Again, there's no black and white answer. How can you get a job? You need to do X, Y, and Z, and then you're gonna get a job. There is no guarantee for that. I know, we all know about that. But only thing you can do is you can raise the chance, raise the possibility, raise the bar of the possibilities to be employed Canada as quick as it can be, right? If that sort of makes sense. So that's the advice. Couple other quick points I want to make. My video is going close to 15 minutes. I want to close it as soon as possible. So a few other points. Resume is another thing. That's the first thing you actually putting out there. So make sure that your resume is actually according to that country's standard. Say, for example, Canada in this case, right? Canada's standard. Don't have a photo in the corner. Don't have a signature. Don't have other things. Different countries, different geographic location treat things differently. So look into their template, and see that the standard. So that's the first thing. Make sure that no spelling mistake. Your resume has, all the standard, components and elements there. Make sure you write achievements. Make sure don't just write your job description. If you guys want me to make another video on CV only, a little bit in detail, I'm more than happy to make. So make sure your resume is right there. It's good. Make sure that some of the other soft skills that you don't have probably right now, or probably you have, but in a very beginner stage. How can you sharpen those, right? How can you sharpen your communication skill, collaboration skill, business partnering skill? Learn some different things. Make sure, and again, you don't have to make a 5 pages resume and put every single thing there, right? Have the key elements there, so which can at least take you to the interview stage, and then you can sort of explain, and that would be your litmus test, how good you are in communication. Doesn't matter how many gold medals you have, doesn't matter how many PhDs you have, if you cannot communicate what you want to communicate, what should be communicated, then there's literally no point. So try to work on those soft skills. Try to work on the presentation. Try to work on things like that. So business writing, email writing, and things like that. Try to understand and sort of try to understand and do a bit of research and reading about the Canadian working culture, right? Environment, their HR policies and things like that. So when you go to the interview, what to expect and how to sort of handle that. Again, if you guys have any specific question, let me know. I'll try my best to actually answer those. That's it. So again, do a bit of work. That would really, really help you. Do a bit of study, a bit of research, right? It doesn't hurt. Again, if you guys have any question, let me know. If you guys know anything better, if I've said anything which is not right and you have a better information, please feel free to drop that in the comment section. So if anyone watches this video, can be benefited by reading, or at least sort of share your experience. Why not just share your experience in the comment section? So let's help each other. So thank you very much for watching. I know there was a pretty big gap. I will try to upload as regular as I can. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.